Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Welcome back to Should We Unpack This? We're your hosts. I'm Lainey.
I'm Rochelle.
And today we're going to be chatting about the impact that celebrities and influencers have on our lives and why we feel so impacted when they have big life changes or big switch ups in their content or something serious happens to them.
I'm invested.
Yeah, same. And I don't know. Well, I kind of know why. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm not going to say I don't know why because I kind of know why. But but it's interesting to sit there and think about it,
Mm-hmm.
about why we feel this way. So I think that's our main topic today.
Who knows the tangents we will form from this topic, but
I
no
can't wait.
guarantees.
No guarantees. I'm kind of excited to see where it goes. It's
Uh,
never where we think,
no,
but that's what makes it fun.
exactly.
Yeah. So, Rochelle, I have no other way to start it. This feels like the most natural way
Mm-hmm.
to
It
start the
is.
conversation. So we'll just continue with that. So, Rochelle, what have you noticed with consuming content? And are there certain things where it's hit home harder than you thought it would?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
I will just start with an example because I feel like this is where this topic came from.
Yeah.
But was it earlier this week? Earlier this week, an influencer I follow announced a divorce. And
Hmm.
I was like, first of all, I did not see the signs. Not that this influencer owes it to me to give me any signs whatsoever, but I was like, where did this come from?
Hmm.
And she wrote too, she's like, I know for many, like many of you, this will be a shock. And I was like, this is a shock. It's just like in a story. I'm just like, flipping through my stories, just like, do, another day. And yeah, I was hit with that. And this is like an influencer that I followed for quite a while. And I think connected with and kind of used as an example for my own life on this influencer being divorced and then getting remarried and having this blended family. And I'm like, oh, there's hope in the future. And because I followed her for so long and I'm like, oh, there's hope for me for this new family and a blended family to work. And then to see that, I don't know
Hmm.
why, but I was very upset. I was
Same.
like, I know I text you and I was like, did
Yeah.
you see this? And are you upset as well? Because I was shooketh.
Hmm.
And
I
yeah,
think
it
it's
just made me
because
sad.
it is sad. It's sad to see anybody go through that,
Yeah.
anybody you're connected with. And because we live in the day and age of social media where strangers are literally inviting other strangers into a
Mm-hmm.
little snippet, like a little peek into their lives or
Yeah.
whatever they want to show.
Yeah.
And I think part of our conversation regarding this specific event and this specific person's life that we both follow was, we chatted about how, oh my gosh, there was no signs. I
Yeah.
can't believe it. I'm knocked out of my chair here. What is happening?
What happened? Aw.
Exactly. And it's because of social media and the way that it's constructed is that
Mm-hmm.
people only show you what they want you to see,
It's true. It's very
right?
true.
And then there's that line of, how much do you share? How much is too much? What are you comfortable
Mm-hmm.
with? Because everybody and their dog on the internet has an opinion and they're not afraid to share that.
Yeah.
So there's definitely that self-preservation mode of I'm not going to share everything. But anyways,
So true. Yeah.
um, the thought I had was the fact that we get so invested in their story, but we're left wanting to know more, we're actually
Mm-hmm.
friends with them,
Yeah.
but we're not entitled to that information.
No, we're really not. And I think it's just because we see them every day on our
Hmm.
phones, it's that connection is kind of formed. And while I understand Instagram is curated and they can paint whatever picture they want, it's also intimate too when they're doing like stories too, and they're kind of just like talking throughout your day and it just like feels like they're like a friend.
Yeah.
And then this like announcement comes out of nowhere. And you
Hmm.
do want to know, but you're right. Like, we're not entitled to that information. It's really none of our business. Like, it's between the two of them and their families and whatever. Yeah. And the fact that they even have to do an announcement and be like, please respect our privacy is like kind of sad in itself, too.
It's
But
crazy. It's crazy that any human being has to do that and that we just don't know to just be respectful in a way. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So, not saying that we don't know.
Yeah. Not us
That's
personally, but us
yeah.
as a general people.
Yeah, yeah, as general society.
Yeah.
So, it's very yeah, that's where this whole idea of this episode topic came from, was that
Hmm.
specific event, and then it kinda triggered and snowballed other things of like, "Huh, why why do we feel so connected?" And like, why
Yeah. Why
w
is this upsetting us so much? Like,
yeah, yeah, and like you said, it's because we're consuming their content daily,
hmm,
if it's
hmm.
somebody that you follow on social media, and
Yeah.
I've had there's a few people that I followed for probably 10 years now, which is wild to think about because
Wow.
I don't
Yeah.
even like, it doesn't even register in my brain that I've been on social media for that long,
It does
and
seem
have
like
been
a
c
long time, yeah.
it does, but I've been consuming their content and following along on their journey,
Mhm.
and I've seen some people really, you know, take their lives have gone in very different directions than when I first started following them and their story
Yeah,
and consuming their content. But it's been very cool to watch them evolve
yeah,
into the person that they are today, coming from, like, you know, when I started following them,
yeah,
who they were then.
yeah.
S So but a lot of it's interesting, though. Not everybody makes an announcement when their relationship is ending, and that's fine too, but I can always tell.
Mm,
There's always some sort of shift. I'm like, "They're going through something. What's
yeah.
happening here?"
What's going on?
Exactly, like, I know something's up, and then it's almost like the investigator in me is like, "I need to know. This person has no privacy now. Like, I need to
Yeah.
know all of their secrets."
I will now go back through all your whole feed and see what photos you've deleted, and I will
Y
figure it out.
yeah,
Do
and,
you
like,
still follow
really
this person? Like, I'm on it.
exactly, or, like, where the content has shifted,
Mhm.
and it's always interesting when eventually they do, share more of their journey when they're ready and, like, "Oh, going through divorce, separation, or this relationship ended," or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Um, it's always interesting to, like, you know, get fed that content and be like, "I knew it!"
Yeah.
But
I
also,
was
I'm like,
on
"I'm
to
so
you.
sad for you." Yeah, I was
Yeah.
on to you. You can't fool me.
Oh,
But
it's true.
it's definitely like, I don't know, it's just an interesting world we live in, having this window into people's lives that they allow
Mhm.
us to look through
Mhm.
in a way.
It's interesting too, though, because, like, for some of them, it's also their business.
Yes.
That must get, like, really weird for them, being,
Mhm.
like, separating, like, business from personal when it kind of intermingles. And it's like, how much do you share? How much do you not share? Like, where do you draw the line? I'm sure that probably gets, like, super messy as well.
Yep, definitely. Because you wanna respect your family's privacy
Yeah.
as well and your own privacy,
Mhm.
but I think that's part of the game, though.
Yeah. That's
Being on
true.
social media and that in that type of quote unquote celebrity mode
Yeah.
of allowing people to, it's kind of like reality TV, but like
Mm.
light reality TV,
Yes.
less
Like,
scripted.
yeah, with producers not picking the, like, final edit or whatever you are. So you can kinda,
Exactly.
like, pick and choose what you wanna share.
Yeah.
Mm,
Which is also interesting
interesting.
too about how some people get their start on social media and then, like, I don't know about you, but I watch Love is Blind,
Oh,
which is,
yes.
you know? And I'm not
My
I'm
guilty
not
pleasure.
usually a reality TV person just because I know how curated it is, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know, I just like to know people's, like, actual stories,
Yeah.
not what you edit them to be. But with the Love Is Blind people, like, I get so hyper fixated on them. Like, are they still together? And, "Oh, no, they're breaking up," and, like,
There's not
"Why?"
a lot together anymore.
There aren't.
It's dwindling.
It is dwindling. But it's like, again, it's just so interesting, like, how invested I find myself getting into
Yeah.
these strangers' lives.
Yeah.
And I think to go to your back to your point at the beginning of finding commonalities or, like,
Mm.
parallels within your
Mhm.
own life of, like,
Mhm.
oh, they have similar interests, or, maybe they got engaged in the same year as you, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You try to, find common ground there, which almost seems like it brings you closer to them in a
Mhm.
way. And
For sure.
not in a creepy way, but, you know,
Maybe sometimes.
maybe maybe. Who can say? The lines get blurred real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they often represent a version of ourselves,
Yeah. That you can
which is
relate to. Well, that's
interesting.
probably why you follow them too, right? Like,
Yeah,
you find them interesting. You relate to them. Like, there's some reason that you're choosing to, like, spend your time consuming these people's content.
that's true. That's a very valid point that I have not. Why do I? I've never really sat there and thought, like, have done a deep
Analyze who you
dive.
follow.
Yeah, which is odd for me because I love a good deep dive, but, like, yeah, analyze why I follow who I follow.
Mm.
A lot of people that I do follow are people that are trying to better themselves or
Mhm.
have some sort of, I don't know, healthy lifestyle, and I really aspire to have that, you know?
Same.
Yeah. And it's almost like, "Oh, if they can do it,
Mm. Yeah.
maybe one day I can." I
Maybe
mean, I'm
one day
trying. I'm trying.
I can do it too. You are. You're
Yeah.
doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And it's also interesting too because, like, when we see, I don't know, that representation of ourselves in somebody else, and then when they go through big life changes, do you find yourself kind of confronting your own, like, yourself and be like, am I next, or do I need to do some more self-reflection here to see where I'm at, kind of like a gut check?
Yeah, I would say some of the time. I really think it depends on the situation, but I feel like sometimes just like the illusion is shattered for me.
Mm,
And it like brings me to like, oh my gosh, like could this happen to me too?
right.
Like, oh, like this is just a real person now too. Life
That's
is not so perfect as they portrayed it.
yes. The fact that, yeah, that statement, they're a real person too.
Like,
It's funny to
which
think
they
that we
are.
don't think that they are real people.
We don't, because they just lead like such different lives. And I'm like,
That's yeah.
most of the time, well, for some of the people I follow, it just looks so glamorous. Like, it looks like
Mhm.
they're having so much fun at their job or like so much fun at their home. And like everything just looks so like, I don't know, positive. But
Right.
again, that's how they curate it. Like, they're not blasting their like horrible times on social media. Not, well, some people do. Some people do. Some people keep it real. But
Yeah.
even if they're keeping it real, it's still a curated version of that realness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
I agree.
I don't know. It's
Mm.
easy to like think of them as like not a real person because what they're portraying isn't like a real life most of the time, you know? Like
Well,
it's
not
not,
one that you
yeah,
lead.
not like one that
Yeah.
you lead, like the ups and downs and like the hard moments and like
Yeah.
the exhaustion. You're not always seeing
Mhm.
all of that on your Instagram feed.
Right. That's true.
So then you're like, oh, this isn't a real person.
Well, it's because, like you said, it's just so vastly different from, like, the life that you're leading, right?
Yeah.
So, it's always interesting, I find, like, with the now that being an influencer is kind of, I wanna say, a micro celebrity, if you will.
Yep.
Like there's enough people to know who they are and
Yep.
they're well known probably in their communities or even like wider spread, some of them.
Yeah.
And what I find interesting is how, growing up, it was like the real influencer of our time were more of like the celebrities, the movie
Mm,
stars, the
yeah.
singers, those types of artists. So it's
Yeah.
interesting now to have that more switch where it's a bit more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to before influencer time and celebrities, did you get impacted by celebrity news? Like, does it feel the same way as it does when, say, somebody you follow on social media goes through like a rough time?
I feel like I would still get impacted, but probably not to the same level because
Mm,
you're not getting like that daily dose, I would say. Like celebrity breakups, I did always like, you know what one I really took hard was
mm.
Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling when they broke up
Yeah.
after The Notebook.
Ugh.
Because the movie, I was like, oh my God, like they're in love just like the movie. And I was like, this is
Yeah.
so great. Like,
This is
and then
true
they and
love.
then they broke up and I was like so upset. Like the movie
Crushed.
wasn't real. Like what?
What do you mean? This wasn't a documentary?
They didn't age that quickly
Unbelievable.
to
Yeah,
like
what the
make it to
heck?
that. Anyways, I don't know why. That really upset me. So I think like the breakups for sure, like because that would be like what was blasted in like the magazines and like
Mhm.
all that sort of stuff. Like in the market, you'd see like blah 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 broke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my
Those were always
gosh,
the big
no.
headlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But like
It's interesting.
I'd move on pretty quick. Cause like I don't really know them that well at the end of the day. Just like,
Yeah.
oh. But I
Those
feel like it was the
liars.
ones where they were like in a project together or like
Mhm.
somehow them creating something together like gave you a certain feeling and then they broke up and I was just like, oh.
Like, how could you?
You know what other one really got me was the J Lo and Ben Affleck?
Really?
Yeah, because they
The
got back
first time or the
together.
second time?
No, the second time because
Oh.
the first time, like a little bit, whatever. I think they did a movie together too, but
Yeah.
meh. But the second time, when it was like
Mhm.
all this, like, well, they've like come back after 20 years, like apart, and like this is the real thing now. And like, what, 6 months later, it was over again. I was like, you took me on this roller coaster again.
How
Damn
could
you.
you? How
I
dare
fell for
you?
it.
Yeah. How rude.
But yeah.
I think, yeah, because I was thinking about, I guess we'll call them like mega celebrities then, like
Mm,
the actors and the
A-listers.
A-listers. There you go. Yes. And why we care so much. And
Mm,
one thing that came to mind for me, because I've been watching a lot of 90s movies with my stepson,
mm, mhm.
movies from my childhood, and a lot of them have Robin Williams in it. And he
Love
asked
Robin
me,
Williams.
he's like, oh, like, how old is he and where is he now? And asking me questions about him. And I'm like, well,
Mhm,
like, he's no longer alive.
mhm.
And which is really sad. And that's one that I took hard because he was such a huge part of my childhood. Like, I
It's a
am a
rough one.
huge, yeah, I'm a huge Robin Williams fan. And basically, like, I'm the type of person that majority of the time when I'm choosing a movie, if there's certain actors in it, it's always a
Yeah.
yes for me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
And he's one of those actors. Like if he's in anything, I'm like, yep,
Mhm.
press play, let's watch it.
Absolutely.
Um, so it's interesting to like think about on that aspect where it's not necessarily a relationship breaking up, but it's now somebody who ceases to exist and will no longer be making any future projects. And that's just like a really sad thought because I think he brought so much joy into
That's
people's
what I was gonna
homes.
say, like, the thing about him too was that a lot of his movies were, like, comedies, and, like, he was a comedian as well, like, he brought so
Hmm.
much laughter and joy to people,
Yeah.
and it's sad the way he went, and to, like, think about that too.
Mhm.
just like how depressed he was and then we don't get that side either. Like we get the fun, happy, like laughable entertainment side of him when there was like
Yeah.
something much darker going on that like not everyone knew about, which
Mhm.
also like shatters that illusion in a way as well. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just really sad.
It is sad. Or a lot of them, suffer with, drug addictions because
Yeah.
Hollywood is so hard, right? Another one that
Mhm.
I took really hard was Heath Ledger
Mm.
when he passed away.
Ugh. That was
Like,
sad.
I was I'd what?
Yeah.
That was a tough loss, I think, for many.
Oh, yeah. That
But
was a rough one.
but it's like, again, I just keep going back to the thought of, like, we're so impacted by it where it's like, I feel
Mhm.
so sad for this person that I didn't even know, like, literally didn't ha had no insight into their personal life. I just was able to see their characters on screen, and that was it.
Wonder yeah. I was just thinking, I'm like, is it because 'cause we're bringing them, like, into our home with us? Like,
Probably.
either watching movies or, like, we're in, like, our home and these people are on the screen in our home and, like, we're, like, making some connection to that? I don't
Mm.
know.
It makes it more of a on a personal level.
Yeah, even though it's not at all. Like, they're literally creating art for us, and we're
Yeah.
just, like, thinking that we're a part of their lives. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a trip to think about.
It is. I was just, like, pausing to actually think about it, and I'm like, "This is a little weird that we, like, make such a big deal about the
Yeah.
celebrities especially because, like, it feels like they're so far removed from our
Well,
lives." Like,
they are.
yeah, but yet it's so upsetting when something happens.
It is. And it's also wild to think about ones that I don't almost like we're protective over them. Like,
Mm.
there's certain celebrities or certain actors that I
Mhm.
am a huge fan of,
Mhm. Same. Yeah.
but only because, like, I think they're so talented.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
I would like to believe that they're good people for the most part, right?
Mhm.
But I don't actually know because
It's
I don't
true.
know them. But I think another thought that I had was I wonder if we feel a connection to them because of what, like, for me personally, I rely on movies when I'm going through something. Like, I use movies as
Mm.
an escape.
Yep.
If I like back in the day, if I, needed a good cry, I'd always like find my go-to movies that I'm like, "Yep, I'm
Yes.
gonna be coming to tears soon." So,
Yep.
turning this one on where you're inviting them into, I don't know, sharing an emotional experience, but like a removed, like you're not actually sharing the experience with them, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, I get what you mean. I have, like, certain comfort shows, certain, like, movies I'll use when I'm feeling a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Hmm,
And I guess like the beautiful thing of that though is that the movie doesn't go away.
that's true. But I think when you watch it after that event, it's, like, shifted a little bit, at least for
Yeah,
me, like, knowing that person no longer will be making any more
that's true.
content or movies or whatever, shows.
Mhm.
Like, kinda puts a little, like, somber feeling on the movie or whatever you're
That's
watching.
yeah, that's a good point. I
Mm.
think it goes the same for like singer-songwriters too.
Mm, mhm.
Like when they go through hard
Definitely.
stuff, I'm like, same.
I'm relating
Feel
on
you.
this.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
yeah, music is people use music for a ton of things, like,
Mhm.
for all the feels. So that's very
Yeah,
true too. Hmm,
interesting.
interesting.
Mhm. Have you ever unfollowed somebody, like shifting back to the influencer
Mm.
train? Have you ever unfollowed somebody because their content has changed so much from what you were used to?
Mm. I've definitely unfollowed people. I'm trying
Mhm.
to think if it was because of content or sometimes something comes out in the media and it kind of taints that
Mm,
person for me. And I'm like, I don't really want to be following you anymore.
yeah,
Like I just don't really agree with certain things that are, I don't know, certain stances they have that have been like publicly outed.
right.
I don't know, and that's interesting too how like those things will sometimes like taint someone for you.
Mhm.
So it's like it
Are those,
stays in
like,
the back of your mind.
wider c like, bigger celebrities?
Yeah, that's like bigger
Yeah.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like A-listers. And I'm like, don't like what's happening here.
Mhm. You're not who I thought you were.
Yeah. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
don't want don't want to consume this anymore. Cause it's just like
That's
that's
fair.
all you think about when you're watching it then.
Yeah.
Um, or like certain ones that you just realize are like so curated. And it's like none of this
Mm.
feels real anymore, you know?
Mhm.
I like
Yep.
the more like I think I gravitate towards the people that like show more of the hard stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
like, I can relate to this and like relate to you and like what you're going through.
Yeah. Same. That's the content that I sort of gravitate towards as well.
Mhm.
It's people who show up, like, more so unfiltered and,
Yeah.
talk about more real life experiences or I don't know, things like that. I'm just thinking about my I don't know, I'm going way back. Oh man, maybe we don't need to dive that deep
We
as I do. Going way back
can.
to the beginnings of Instagram and
Mm,
how I really enjoyed the content at the beginning of my Instagram journey because it was more local. There's
mm,
more like people within the community on there that were
yeah.
easier to find before all of the A-lister celebrities got on there. And then my
Yeah.
feed just like blew up with like celebrity news that search page then came into like, it's like a tabloid circus of like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I don't care anymore about who wore
Just
it best.
please stop showing me this.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas I like to use social media so that I can, see what other people are doing and
Yeah.
what are their ideas and what's working for them
Mhm.
to kind of, get myself out of the box thinking
Yeah.
about like self-improvement or just things that I'm interested in as well.
Yeah.
It's a good tool for that, I find. Like I found some pretty good products on Instagram, I must say.
Yes. It's good for that too.
Yeah. It's dangerous for that.
It is.
I've stopped following people because they were pushing so much product.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that gets a bit much. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa."
Yeah.
Gonna
I'm like,
break my bank.
exactly. Like I don't know. I'm like, I want more of your real life. I don't want to know,
Yeah.
all these
This
brand deals and
product you're
things.
supposedly using.
Yeah. Which is like fine because like it's some of people's livelihoods and I can respect that.
That's true.
But we all have
But to
the
each their own.
ability.
Yep.
Yeah. hmm hmm
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting too, like for me, when I first have started following people and like, oh, like we're aligned in a lot of ways. But then the more that I consume their content, the more that I realize,
Mm.
like, huh, no, our values are very different.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
Yeah.
And and I'm a very curious person. So I might just like hang on for a little bit longer just to find out a
Just
bit
to see.
more,
Yeah.
just to make sure.
Yeah. I gotta be really sure before I click that unfollow button.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we could always follow back if needs be,
It's
but
true.
yeah. Yeah. It's I'm still so hung up on like, why do I care so much though? I always come back to that when I'm following like a lot of people that I don't know and that I've
Yeah.
never met, or sometimes I'm stuck in that like doom scroll
Mhm.
phase
Mhm.
of like, because honestly, I'll use like social media instead of committing to, a movie or a show. Like, I'll use
Oh,
that
yeah.
as like an outlet or an escape.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then my partner will be like, "Oh, what are you looking at?" And it's almost like where it snaps me out of that. I'm like, what am I looking at?
What am I doing?
I don't know. He's like, "Who is that person?" I'm like, I don't know.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what they do. I don't know. I've never met them. Like, huh. Like when you put it into that sort of context, it's like, what?
Yeah,
Why am I watching them? Which is interesting.
it is interesting.
Like, why do we care so much?
I think I'm trying to like articulate it, I guess. Well, I'm also trying to figure
Yeah,
it out too, because I'm like, why do I care so much?
yeah.
But I think it's just because these certain people, I don't even know. I just get an idea in my head and I'm like, this is so like wonderful and this gives me hope. Or
Mm,
like this makes me feel happy that like you're out there doing these things. And then that ends. And it's just like maybe the like realization that things can come to an end.
mm,
And like, well, they come to an end. It doesn't mean that it was a waste of time or like it shouldn't
hmm.
have happened or that it was any less amazing,
Yeah,
but it's just sad still. And then it's like the realization, well, like my stuff could come to an end. Like certain things in my life could end. And it's just like, I think you like go down that, like, I don't know, play that comparison game where you're like, well, if it happened to this person, like it could happen to me. And it's like, then you start thinking about your own life and reflecting on certain things. And it just like takes you down this rabbit hole,
yeah.
which is probably a bit ridiculous, but I don't know.
I think that's, I almost want to just say it. I think that's human nature though. Because
Yeah.
even when you have people in your life who you know personally on a
Mm,
personal level who are
mm-hmm.
going through hard stuff, I think it's very common, at least I've noticed this about myself, of, someone going through a hard time in life and being like, oh,
Mm,
could that happen to me?
mm. It's all about us.
It's really all
That's
about
what it
us.
comes back to.
I don't really care about what's going on with you.
It's
I just
all
want to know
about
if it's going
us.
to happen to me.
We're just, oh, yeah,
Huh. It's
interesting.
all about us.
Self
Hmm.
revelations. It all comes back to us.
And I guess in our experience.
Yeah, that's true.
But on the flip side, so like the bad
Mm.
stuff for sure, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, could that happen to me? But on the flip side, the good stuff, do
Mm.
you also think, could that happen to me?
No. I was just thinking that before you said it. I was like, wait, but then why when like good stuff happens to them, am I not like, oh, like that could happen to me if it could happen to them?
Yeah,
Because I'm a negative Nelly. That's what this boils down to.
interesting. Do you think there's like a small part of your, like deep inside your brain where you think it could happen to me and that's why you follow them?
Mhm.
Like you're striving like, oh, maybe
Maybe,
not
maybe.
saying that you want to be an influencer or anything
No,
like
no,
that,
no. Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
if you
There
see
are
them,
opportunities or
yes, yes.
hmm, maybe a small, small part.
Right.
Hopes, dreams.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how I I gravitate more to the negative in like relation to my life. I'm not like, oh, something so great happened to you. Like that could happen to me too.
Right.
'Cause you're just a real person. You started
Yeah.
like with like no followers.
Yeah. It started from
But why am I not
friends and
thinking,
family.
yeah, why am I not thinking that way? Hmm. Something to ponder.
I wonder if it has something that ties back to the A-lister celebrities, because that's what we grew up
Mm,
seeing.
yep.
And that's very niche,
Mm,
right? To become like a singer or an actor or
yep.
whatever like whoever else is in the magazines, models, like whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very niche.
Yep.
And it's not that the market isn't saturated for influencers, but I think it's more achievable
Mm,
because your content can resonate with somebody on the
right.
internet, right? There's
Right.
a wider audience, a wider reach versus if you're, I'm going to be an actor, like that's a lot tougher to get famous for or, to
Yeah,
get into, you know what I mean?
for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or like
Yeah.
a singer, like you got to be able to sing.
You got to be able to sing and you got like people have to like your voice and your
Yeah.
songs and
Yeah.
like you got to sign with a label and like there's so many more
Mm-hmm.
steps to getting
Mm-hmm.
started.
Yeah. Interesting.
But I wonder if that's where that thought comes from of like not thinking that the positives could happen to you.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it just seemed like so unattainable when we were younger.
Yeah. It's really just like a pipe dream.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to be a singer. Wouldn't have worked.
I mean, it could have
I
maybe.
mean, some auto tune, maybe.
No, I think you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Hmm.
Ugh. Hmm.
Interesting. I know I say that word a lot, but I really do
It
mean it.
is
I just
interesting.
think this is so interesting, like the human psyche and how we process information and how we relate to other
Yeah.
people, whether
Yep.
they're A-list celebrities or just influencers. But then again, the type of content that we're consuming and what exactly we're relating to,
Mm.
like the
Yeah.
positive or the negative, right? We
Yep.
just talked about that. I've never really thought about.
Me
Hmm.
neither.
I'm gonna have to go look at who I'm following and
I know.
maybe
I
do
was like, I
some
just want to like pull up my phone.
do some conscious
Just like, who
unfollowing.
am I following? I do that once in a while. Like, I'll go through my following list.
Mhm.
Also, because I'm like super obsessive and I can't have like the story notifications on my Instagram.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't have them up there. I have a problem. So I have to like click through all the stories of everyone I follow.
Oh, like you have to watch them all.
Yeah, they can't be like
Oh.
highlighted. No, I have a problem. So, like a lot of the time, like probably once a month, I'll go through like who I follow and like unfollow
Mm,
people that I'm just like not like really. I'm like, who do I like click through their stories and not watch them? Like
right.
just to get rid of those notifications? And like who am I actually like stopping
Mm,
to like watch their stories? And then I'll like do like a cleanse from there.
interesting.
Cause I don't feel like I follow a lot of people.
Right.
So I'm just very like, well, it's probably the OCD thing, but I'm very like intentional, like whose stories I want to like sit there and actually watch and whose I'll just like click through to get rid of that like notification bubble.
Mm. Hmm.
And yeah, I feel like there's seasons for me.
Yeah,
There's people I'll just be like really invested. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not like vibing with this anymore. And that's totally fine.
absolutely. I think
Mm,
that's healthy,
yeah.
right? It's not like you need to be super invested in these other people's lives. And if it's just bogging
Yeah.
down what you're consuming every day, then why not just release that?
Do you ever look at though when your followers go down?
I
Like, do you
do.
notice if
I,
people like unfollow you and you're like,
yeah.
why'd you unfollow me?
Like, what did I do to piss you off? I just
Right?
pretend, like in my brain, I'm like, oh, it's probably just a bot.
Mm, okay.
Yeah.
See, I have a private Instagram, so, like, I don't have
Right.
any bots following me, so I can't use that one,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
I take it so personally.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. I have a problem with that as well. I'm like, "Oh, it's the people pleaser in me."
Mm,
I'm like, "What did I do that you, like, unfollowed me?"
maybe they're just going through their lists, though.
That's true, but why did you unfollow me? Why'd you remove me?
I don't know.
Not interested. It's fine. I need to stop taking things so
Like,
personally.
it's
That's
fine.
my
It's actually
like,
fine. I'm fine.
I know that I have a problem with this. I take things way too personally.
These are things we're working on this
We're
year.
working this yeah, that's one of the things I am working on.
Yeah.
It's only
Kind of.
January. It's only January what? It's
Yeah.
only mid-January.
It's only mid-January.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. About my reaction when somebody unfollows me. I definitely
Mm.
have the like, huh, like, why?
What'd I do?
But then I just think like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but,
unfollow
like, it don't
people.
really doesn't matter. But
It
I don't know
doesn't.
why I let it bother me.
Hmm.
Mm.
I wonder if it's because, again, like the way like we grew up with
Mm.
social media, like that was such a, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, oh my gosh, it's like, figure it out, Lainey. Like an acceptance thing almost.
Mm. Mhm.
Like I remember when Facebook was like the thing, and
Mm.
like you make your status updates about,
My
what you're eating for dinner or
gosh.
whatever. And then the amount of likes that you would have or people
So
commenting, like it was
embarrassing.
very active and interactive.
Yeah.
And like if you post a new picture, like how many people liked that? Like it was very, I just think that at the beginning of it, it was such a thing
Mhm.
to focus on for
Mhm.
self-acceptance or being accepted or being liked or one of those things.
Yeah. Does it still feel like that?
For me, I am a big like analytical checker,
Mm.
and I definitely have become more aware of it.
Mm.
And I'd say, yes, it was a problem for me before. Like when I used to have like a private account and then I was like, oh, I'll make it public because whatever. I
Yeah.
was wanting to do things. And I'd say last year. It wasn't like long ago. Like let's be real
Yeah.
here. It was recent. Within the last year. Like when I took the account public and I was posting things and
Mhm.
when Reels came into play and it was getting more reach, and it's interesting for me to see like who's watching the content, who's liking the content, who's engaging with
Right.
it. But
Right.
then it got very like, how do I make it better?
Right.
How do I like I got very fixated on it and then it got unhealthy.
That's fair. But I also feel like when you're trying to grow something, that is like the mentality. Like, how do you get more like reaches? How do you get more likes? How do you get more engagement?
Yes. I think the unhealthy part for me was trying to replicate what other people were doing and trying to make myself be
Instead of
like
your
them
yeah, yeah,
instead
yeah.
of
Yep.
like myself.
Right. Okay.
And like I've gone heavy into social media over the years and then I've like pulled way back, and I kind of have like this ebb and flow of it. And I think I've come to a place now where I've just realized I'm just going to create content just because I want to do it, not to get any sort of validation. That was the word I was looking for,
Great
seeking
outlook.
validation.
Yes. Mhm.
But I still
Yes.
do check the analytics just to see like, you know,
But I'm still on those
what's
babies.
hidden, what's hidden
Yeah,
with the crowd. And it's always
that's fair.
it's more so just because I'm genuinely interested, and it's never what I think
Mm. Mhm.
that will like people will
Yeah.
want to see
Relate
more
to or
of,
whatever.
or
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. It's never what I think, which is
Interesting.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm. I also wonder if part of the reason why we get so invested into these strangers' lives is because we see a bit of ourselves in them.
Mm. Yeah, I think so.
Because why else would we choose to follow them?
I mean, I think some people I think I follow like purely for entertainment.
Hmm.
Like there are some people I just have that I'm like, your content's like really entertaining and I think you're funny.
Yeah.
And that's why I follow them.
Hmm.
But there are ones that I like really relate to or like aspire to or
Right.
find their whatever they're sharing valuable in my life.
Hmm.
But I think
There's
there are like a
something, there's
few
like a
that I'm
chord
just
that's,
like, yeah, purely
yeah.
entertainment. Like I follow you
Yeah.
for the laughs and like whatever else.
Hmm. I'm trying to think if I do that. I feel like I'm so serious in my follows.
You're like, I only follow super serious people that like I relate to or aspire to.
I'm here for the journey.
That's fair.
So it takes me a while to actually like hit that follow button and to commit
Mm.
to be like, I want your content to be fed to me on a regular basis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I'll
Hmm.
go and I'll remember people's names or their handles or
Yeah.
whatever, and I'll go look them up and periodically be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna check in and what do you got going on?
Interesting. I
Yeah.
feel like I
But
do
if
the opposite. I
oh
see one thing I like and then I follow them. And then if I'm not
huh,
like jiving with it, I unfollow them.
interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a big
You're like, I'm not
impulsive
committing
follow.
unless this is going to be a relationship. I have to
Unless you're
get to know
taking
you first before I follow you.
is there an emotional journey we're going on? Because if not, you're
If
not getting
not,
my follow.
you're not getting it. It's very serious to me.
It is. I take
I respect that.
so funny.
Interesting.
I've never I've never really realized that until like just now.
That's really interesting.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like there's this one woman that I have committed to following now.
Oh, okay. We're in the
Yes.
commitment stage.
But she did like at the beginning very fun content where she was, trying to find a partner, and it was her
Mm,
whole like dating life and,
yeah.
get ready with me before this date and, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. And then she was getting more and more serious about like this content. And I'm like,
Mm,
I need to know, is she going to find somebody? Because she put out a very clear line of like, I'm going to find my partner by moving to this city. I'm committing to moving
oh,
to a new city,
wow.
and I'm going to find my partner here. And she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's
She's in a
manifested that
relationship now.
baby. Interesting.
Yeah. And I'm here for it.
And you're like, follow.
I've, yeah. I'm like, oh, we've got a journey. Let's go on it
We,
together.
we've now got a journey. I will follow you.
Yeah. Huh.
That's funny. Hmm.
Yeah. Interesting. Hmm.
Hmm.
Curious for our listeners. Have you taken, not stock, I guess stock, but of who you follow and why you follow them? And what kind of follower are you? Are you just for pure entertainment, or do you like a good journey?
Or are you in for the commitment?
Are you a committed follower?
Let us know.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
so
very
curious.
curious.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's also important for everyone to know, too, that, the world that we live in, I think it's okay to get emotionally invested into people's journeys because these people, again, are inviting you along for the ride,
It's true.
right? Everyone has a different relationship with social media. And I know
Mm-hmm.
I've struggled with that, too. And, but I think it's like, not necessarily needs to be an obsession,
Right.
and that it's okay to care for strangers,
Mhm.
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I do think it's important to take stock and understand why we are following
Yeah.
people, right? Like, is this
Yeah.
content serving you in a good way? Are you here for the laughs, which is also just like really good for the soul too?
Yep.
Are you looking to self-improve? Like what are the things that you're looking for? And I think that's something that I've really actually started to think about within the last year of like, why am I following these people?
Yeah, and, like, is it adding value, or is it just causing
Exactly.
me anxiety?
Yes. That's that's a good point.
Mhm.
Is it causing me anxiety?
Get invested both ways.
That's true. There's a good and a bad to everything,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know I always feel a little bit better when I just release the content that is no longer serving me.
Yeah,
And it's not because I
absolutely.
don't like that person anymore. It's just that, we're no longer aligned.
Yep,
So, hmm.
I agree.
I think it's so brave of people to make the content that they make, though, because the internet can be such a scary place.
And
So,
so mean.
so mean. So, if you are an influencer or you're embarking in that content world, like, kudos to you.
Totally.
Yeah, you're doing it. And
You're
we're proud of
doing
you.
it.
And if you want us to follow, leave a handle, we'll
Yes,
support
we will support.
as long as you have a good emotional
Yeah,
journey. I'm just
Lainey
kidding.
has
I'm kidding.
to Lainey needs time to commit,
Anytime.
but I'll follow you right away.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. That's so good. Social media. What a strange world.
What a place.
It is a place, and it's a trip. That's for sure. I'm so curious, like, what will it be in the next 10 years?
I don't know, I feel like it's already getting scary with all the AI stuff. I'm like, I can't tell if this is real or not anymore.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
They're
I
like,
don't know
fact
either.
check everything you see.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair. Hmm.
Wild.
Very wild. Well,
Well,
yeah. Hopefully, I don't know. You got something from this episode.
we hope you got
If not,
something.
we
If
hope you
not,
got
just
something. Unfollow. I'm just kidding.
just unfollow us. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
Oh man. I'm so curious if anybody has similar thoughts or yeah, ideas about what social media is for them.
Or how you create like healthy boundaries. Share with us.
Mm,
I'd be curious too.
yeah. Yeah. We love a good journey and I love a good boundary. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Hmm. Anyways, I think with that, thanks so much for joining us on our chat about, I guess we just mainly talked about social media, but it is a strange, strange world.
Hmm.
And I think it's something that we just continually need to think about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Just to make
sure.
sure that we're doing it in a healthy way.
Hmm.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us.
Thank
Um,
you.
we appreciate you and would love it if you would like and or subscribe on whichever platform you're on or follow
Mm.
because we love a good emotional journey. So, and we'll take you with us all the way.
Ah,
Anyways, everyone, we love you
we miss you.
and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.